What's up, guys? Welcome back. In the last video, uh, I believe we checked to see if we had enough money to buy the house and stuff like that. So in this video, we're going to create some widgets, and we are going to create the character player info structure. The first couple of videos going to be boring because we doing the setup, the necessary setup for the project. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to my widget and gonna create a folder. Matter of fact, let me go out there. Oh yeah, let's do it in here. Copy the default widget. Let's see. Yeah, I just added the canvas panel. I just create a default widget and then I add the canvas panel, so that way I don't have to keep doing the same thing over and over. Okay, so let's create this and let's call it interaction. Okay, let me delete this. Interaction, and in here let's add a text, wrap it with a border, another border, and a size box, and let's make it center. Let's do 0.5, 0.5 size to content, and the text, let's wrap the text with horizontal box, and then the first border, let's put it at 0.3, and the second one, let's do 0.4, and then this text, let's make it 18, and it says E, and we can make it center. Matter of fact, no, let's not do it like that. Okay, sorry, let's just add the text, right, and center the text. 0.5, 0.5, and make it size to content. Okay, and we wrap the text with the horizontal box, and then make the text 18. Duplicate it. The first one I'm going to say E, and then give it a padding to the right, about 6, and then the second one, make it align center, yeah, like that, and then say to interact, right, and then the text E, put a border around it, and let's make it, no, keep it white. Nah, make it black. Yeah. And in the text, let's add a pattern to the left, about 8, to the right 8, like so. Okay. So now, and let's delete this because I was doing something earlier, and then yeah, let's delete this, and then oops, class of function init. Okay, let's go back. Now I have a folder called component that I created a folder. Right click, and let's create a widget component so that way all the widgets can live inside this component. Let's say BPC widgets, and let's add a variable for our character, so character F, and whatever you call your character, object reference, and inside our character, let's initialize this. Let's add a BPC widgets, and let's grab it, check to see if it's valid. If it is, let's set character ref to ourselves. Okay. Excuse me. And okay, so inside of the widget, let's create a function, and let's say server create interaction widget, and copy this, run on server, and we say client create interaction widget, and make sure this one on client, and we can say create widget, and I call it, what do I call it, interaction. Yeah, let's go to the widget, and let's say UI interaction. Okay, UI interaction, and then here promote to a variable, say UI interaction, and then let's check to see if it's valid, because if it already exists, we don't want to create it again, we just want to add it to the viewport. So we're gonna say add to viewport, and plug this up right here, and then call client create interaction widget. Now let's create another one to remove it. Server remove interaction widget. Copy this. Make sure this run on server. Oh, server and client remove interaction widget, and this one on the client. So now we're gonna get this, not set. You're gonna get it. Make sure it's valid. If it is, we're gonna say remove from parent. Okay, and then we're gonna say client remove interaction. So this is node interaction widget. We know what this is. Interaction widget. Cool. So now, if we go inside the BP, the house, BP house, when we interact with the with the box, we're gonna say we're gonna get the player ref. What is it? References player ref. Check to see if it's valid, and then we're gonna say BPC widget. We're gonna get it and make sure it's valid, and then we say server create interaction widget. Copy this. When we leave, we say server remove interaction widget. Okay, so if we hit play, when we walked in here, interaction widget, when we go, remove. Okay, so let's go here real quick. Not in here, widget, UI interaction. Let's get this box and quickly slide up, slide down. Okay, now slide up. Let's add two property, render opacity and transform. Slide up. For the transform, let's say 30. Right, put 30 and opacity is 0. Wait. Yeah, opacity is 0, and then 0.5, this is 0, and then opacity is 1. Right, so we get something like this. Boom. Okay, cool. And then slide down. Let's add this. Transform opacity. We need both of them. And then 0.5. This is the Y is 30. And then opacity to 0. So we get something like this. Boom. Okay. So now we go here and we say custom event, play slide up. And then hit play animation, right? And then excuse me, we say play slide down, and then get slide down, control D to duplicate, and play animation. So now if we go to our component, where we creating it, we can say play slide up, and then when we move it, we can say we need a delay of 0.5, and then we say play slide down. So if you hit play, slide up, oh, slide up. Why it's not playing the play slide down? Wait a minute, let me see. Oh, we were moving it first. No, we can't do that. We need to do this. Then we will move it after it plays the animation. Right? Play up. Why is still not playing it? Play slide down. Right. Oh, what is up with me this morning? What is up with me this morning? This should be it. Let's hope. If not, yep, there it is. Okay, cool. So now we can close this and we can close that. So what we need to do here now on the BP, where we are doing this, we need to check if the player is the owner of the house first, so before you even try to buy it. Because if the player is the owner of the house, well, he doesn't have to keep buying it. Okay, so in the BP house, if we go to BP house, let's save. If we go to BP house, where we were doing the check for status, let's change this to check for owner instead. Right? Say check for owner. And for owner. Okay? So here, we're gonna say if the owner is equal, if it's equal to our player character, right? If it's equal to our player character, that means we are the owner of the house, right? Let's print string to make sure. If it is, we are, and if it's not, you say you are not the owner. And then up here we can just say yes. So we should get we are not the owner. Hit, did I call it? No, I did not. Here we can say check for owner, server check for owner, right? Now if you hit play, we can you are not the owner, you see? You are not the owner. So here, this is where we need to show the widget to allow the player to buy the house. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're gonna go to widget in here, copy this and say buy option. Okay, and we can add a size box again, and then make this one to center, and yep, like that, 0.5, and then we can just size the content, yep, and then wrap this with a border, wrap this with another border, and then this one we can same thing, 3 and 0.4, and then just drag this right here, 0.4 right over there, and then 0.3 right over here. Yeah, even though we're not gonna know the difference anyway for now. Okay, inside the size box, let's add a text and then do the same. Wrap with border, another border. Come on, border, and grab this, open this, 0.3, and then 0.4, and then this one is gonna say home option, and let's make it 19, and the size box, let's make it about like 400, yeah, like so, 400, and then this one, let's name it header, oops, put it center, and then padding top -40, that's too much, -20, yeah, like so, and then bottom, let's do 30, yeah, so we can have something like that, and then let's lock it, and then inside of the size box, let's add a vertical box. You know what, grab this, Control X, add a canvas panel, and then do this, size the content like that, put it at the top, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.5, 0.5, yeah, and then now we get the vertical box, drop it to the canvas panel, lock this, and then make this full screen, and then the header, let's give the padding, can I even give it a padding? Nope, lock it, and then this one top would be about 50, no, 40, 30, yeah, 30 is fine, and then 30 is fine, 15 left, 15 right, 15 bottom, and let's add a button to the vertical box. Okay, a text, and wrap this with a size box, and then get this size box and put the heights about like 200. Yep, 200. And the button, the style, we're gonna say box, and let's make it a little yeah, a little darker gray like this, like so. And then copy, and I think it's shift left click, yep, to paste it. Shift left click, and then let's get a nice low color, green. And then the text, let's make the text about 18. And then the height on the button, we're gonna say about 60. That might be too big, 50. And then click duplicate. Padding bottom to like 5. Yep, okay. House detail by house, and then we can say print house. Okay, so now if we go back to the BPC widget again, is that it? Yep. Not the node, we need to go here and let's create this global function. Let's say server create any widget. Okay, so we're gonna use this so that way, oops, we don't have to keep doing this over and over again. So we can say client create any widget on a client, and then we add an input, show mouse cursor, question mark. Okay, now we're gonna say create widget, and then we're gonna pass the widget that we're creating, and we're gonna say promote to variable any widget. Make sure you replicate it, and then doing the same thing, we checking to see if it's valid. Get is valid. If it's not, we just create it. If it is, add to the viewport, and then plug this up, and then here we get the boolean. We say if show mouse cursor is true. No. We get it like this. If show mouse cursor is true, right? We say get player controller. We say set show mouse cursor, because sometimes we're gonna use it, but we're not gonna use the, we don't need the mouse, so we can just set show mouse cursor true, and then set input mode to gaming UI, and then grab this, and then down here if it's false, we're gonna say set show mouse cursor to false, and then set input mode to game only, because we don't need the mouse cursor. And then we need another boolean to see any widget open, and then down here we set it to true in both cases, and then up here we check in to see if this is true, right? If any widget is true, If it's not true, we create it. If it is, we remove it. We're gonna remove it. Remove from parent, and then we go down here where we're checking the show maskers. Oh no, we can just, come on, Unreal. We can just do this because we're removing it anyway. So we set show maskers to false anyway, and then this set to false. Okay, and then here we call client show or create any widget. We pass this, we pass that, and then we need another one to just simply remove it, right? We can say server remove any widget. I know the naming are long, but trust me, it will help later. If you come back, client, remove any widget, one on server, one on client, and then we just copy this entire thing. Paste it right here. And then we can say client remove any widget. So now wherever we need it to show, we can just grab this guy and say BPC widget is valid, right? If it is, we can say server create any widget, and we just pass the widget. The widget we passed in is house, what do I call it? By option. By option, and then we want to see the mouse cursor. So if we do this here, wait, did I add it to the viewport? Yeah, I sure did. Add to viewport, touch my cursor if any widget is open. What am I doing wrong? If it's valid, okay. Okay. If it's true, we go here. If it's not, let's see this. BP house. If it doesn't equal to that, it goes here. Let me uncheck this and see something. Okay. Right, what was the problem then? Was it this? If it's false. Oh, okay. It's this. It's this. Because it'll only happen if we want to do this. Let's see. Yeah, it was this. I think we have to do it separately, if I'm not mistaken. If it's true, if it's not value created, and then we set it to true, right? And then if we tap it again, we should set it to false, which I'm doing right here. Oh, I can just remove this, and then remove that, and then just plug this. No, that won't work. That won't work. Because what's gonna happen is when I click that, yeah. So I'm gonna show that. No, the way I was doing it, that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm gonna set it to true, and then if any widget is true, we remove it. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't know what's going on. Lord Jesus. I promise you, that's how I did it in my other project. Promise you. Character, components, widget. Ah, yeah, there you go. I'm lying to my teeth. So that's how I did it, like this. Okay, cool. Client create image. Okay, cool. So we don't need this. We don't need that. We don't need this. So we can just have this. We can delete this. Add this. And we don't need this. Yeah, so BPC house for turret. Create it. Yeah, anyway, we leave, we need to remove it. Okay, cool. So, but I need to do something, because what if I'm in there and I want to close it, right? So I should still have what I had. Like so. So if it's true, if it's not true, we can just say server remove any widget, right? That's how it should be. Because what if I'm in here, click it? Come on. What if I'm in here, click it? Okay, I guess. Okay, well, we're gonna keep it like that then. Or we can do it like this. Here we can say, we can go here and then get any widget, true, right? So if here we can say get any widget open, the boolean, right? If it's true, we show it. But how would we know if it's true or not? Ugh. Okay, let's do it the way I have it then. Then we fix it later. And then on the house, when we go away, we can say server remove any widget. We can do it that way. Yeah. And then up here, when we're doing this, we can say server hide, or is it remove interaction widget before we even do that, so that way it doesn't show it. And then same thing on the house here, we can say server remove interaction widget. Okay, so that way it can remove it from it, right? So you removed it, remove it. Yeah. Go here, press E, boom. Okay, cool. So I think we can just add a button down here to close the widget as well. So let's go here to buy options and let's make this a little bit bigger, about like 260. And then we add another button, yeah, like that. And then we call this close. Yeah. So like that, we have something like this. Yeah. Okay. You have the option to buy a house, rent house, and everything. All right, guys. So this video getting too long. So in the next one, we are going to do the buy the house. Okay. So we're gonna check to see if we have enough money or if we already own this house. Because if we already own the house, we don't even want to show this widget. Okay. But if somebody else, if we don't own the house, we don't even want to show this. Okay. We're just gonna show a widget to no, we can just let the customer, the player get in the house. All right. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.